still here. Just chill, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, so I try to relax. They stick that shit down to your chest, though, to get the blood out of it. That motherfucker hurt. That's when I actually kind of like jumped up. Cause they had, you know, all the blood was clogging up in my arteries and shit, so they had to let that shit release so I can be able to breathe. Yeah. And they had to, you know, break in my ribs and come in there and put that shit in my lung and get my lung back up. So all that shit hurted. But at that point in time, I'm just like still fighting. They still trying to talk to me and shit. So I'm really like giving them names, but I ain't able to really answer like how I want to answer, cause shit, I'm losing blood, I'm losing breath, so you know I'm still fighting too. So shit, at that point, they like, well, yeah, how far are we from the hospital? And they like, we almost here. Good thing I got shot right by the hospital. See in my hood, we got a hospital in our hood. We have our kids there and everything. Nigga broke, walk across the street, turn right there, shit. We walking across the street, bro, going to take our kids, young niggas, you know what I'm saying? Sure. Baby mama right there in that bitch. So, you know, when we get hurt, we go right here. It's really in the neighborhood. So that saved me. It was like 4 minutes away. Even though it took them bitches like forever to get to me, it felt like. But when they got to me, shit, they threw me in the, they threw me in the operating room, man. And I still remember this. I still remember I was fighting.
You're conscious through all this.
No, I'm really in and out for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I'm in, out. Like I remember bits and pieces. You know what I'm saying? So like, I didn't feel myself. All I remember after they stuck everything in me was being in the operating room because the lights were so bright. So they keep sticking me with shit. That's the only reason why I'm, you know what I'm saying, like open my eye. But when I open my eyes, I'm not looking at people that's working on me. I'm just looking at what they doing, where I feel the pain at. So I don't know how this white lady got my hand, but this white lady was grabbing my hand. And I remember fighting, you know what I'm saying, holding on to the white lady's hand. And I remember every time I jumped, she kind of rough with me, like, sit down. You know, in my head, I'm like, I'm a nigga. I'm full of tattoos. I got shot up. I'm like, man, this bitch don't care about me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm gripping her hand, she kind of like rough with me, like forcing me down. She, you know what I'm saying? She ain't soothing the nigga. She just kind of just like hollering, just yelling. So I remember feeling like, damn, I'm finna die. This bitch don't give a fuck about me. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, she just kind of like threw my hand down because I kind of had my hand up. This was the exact hand. She threw it. And when she threw it down, I'm like, damn, I'm finna pass up. I'm finna pass away. And I kind of remember at that moment, like feeling like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, it's over with. So, no bullshit. As I'm laying there, something come up and grab my hand. And I'm like, oh, I need to apologize to this white lady. But I can't talk. So my way of apologizing was just opening my eyes, trying to look at her, because I couldn't talk or nothing like that. No bullshit, you know, it ain't nothing to play with. You know, people like to laugh, play games on the internet, man. It was an angel grabbing my hand. He was an all black man. He had a beard, and his braids going to the back. He was all white, and he was glowing. He grabbed my hand. He was just looking at my doctor, just staring at him. The one that was working on me, he was just looking at him. And when I seen him, I was like, man, I'm all right. I'm gonna make it. I'm good. So after that, they was like, do we need surgery? And they're like, yeah, we need surgery. Put the anesthesia in me and I fell out. So I wake up the next day and I'm asking Doc and them, you know, certain questions, you know, and I'm like, bro, what y'all wear here in the operating room, Walter Bam? And they like, huh? And they like, we don't wear those colors. And I'm like, you know, so y'all don't wear all white? He like, nah. And I was like, so what did you have black men in the operating room that day? He was like, nah, we ain't had no black men in the OR. That's the terms that they use. Yeah. And I'm like, and they was like, so if he was in there, he would have been covered up, but we ain't had no black mother. But at the time when you came in, the team was already waiting for you. So at that moment, you know what I'm saying, I was just like, man, God real, bro. I appreciate him, you know, saving my life and sending an angel to make me feel better.
Did you tell him what you saw?
Yeah, he wasn't really surprised. He was like, man, some people say that. I hear that often. He was like, you're not the first person to tell me that. If you like look that stuff up, like, you know, I research a lot of different things. You know, you got to look in that stuff up. A lot of people got them stories to tell when they see them spirits. But just for him to send me a black man to be there for me, by my side, I appreciate him. That made me feel comfortable. That made me feel like I was back in the fight. Yeah. Send me an angel. So I was like, man, that's love. I appreciate you. But I mean, even before then, like I said, I've been seeing stuff like that. So I already knew it was real. You know, afterlife is real. We believe in God. You believe in the afterlife. So all us got angels that watch over us. That's their intuition. You know what I'm saying? That's them. But that amazed me though. I had never really just been up close to see the details. You know. So
once you woke up, and again, you know, most people go through a situation like this. They're never able to sit here and tell the story. Getting in this scenario, you don't know what they went through. So you know, what you're speaking right now is volumes to what, like you said, some people may go through, to stay calm, to you know, just fight through it and believe in a higher power to get you through it. How many times in all they say you were shot?
Shit, they said I got shot 5 times. I actually counted 6, but they medically they said 5. I got a shot in the hip. I got a shot in the stomach. I got 3 under the arm, and I got 1 on the back of my arm. All of them is entry wounds. But see, you know what I'm saying? It's still some in me though.
Yeah, but I say there was a few entry wounds, exit wounds, still in you.
Entry, exit wounds. I got a couple fragments by my heart, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit you gotta live with though. You know, but it's part. I ain't crying about it. Shit, I know what I signed up for. So you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
They always say, there's some bullets that, if it was an inch to the left, an inch to the right.
One of them.
Yeah, they told you
fucking right.
Man.
Fucking right. But see, my heart got hit though. My heart got hit, and my lung collapsed, and my heart got hit. My main artery to go through my heart to pump blood in your heart. Shit, every doctor that got me, it was one doctor that got me. He was like, man, by reading your shit, I thought you was dead at the end. He's like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You a miracle.
They always say, and again, you are a miracle because they always say, people who get shot. Because I was just watching a shout out Art of Dialogue. They were talking about Tupac when he was shot, and how he was struggling to breathe and talking. He was alive the whole time. It just the police officer that was there just said it just felt like it took a long time for the ambulance to get there.
Yep.
To get him. Did they tell you even with you being shot that if it would have took 5 more minutes?
No, they always said that you was lucky to be right by the hospital. That was the main thing that they were saying. You was lucky to be right by the hospital. A lot of them don't know how I'm alive though. Like even when I go, doing checkups and shit, like when my new doctor through insurance and shit like that. They be looking at me in amazement. They kind of making me uncomfortable because I'm like, damn, I done heard this shit a million times. I know what you about to say. I be knowing it. And they just be looking at me like, you alive? Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? You make me feel like I'm finna die, go through this shit again.
You're alive and like normal. Like, it's like,
damn,
most people come back like not normal. You come back like.
Yeah, I'm all right, bro. I'm straight, bro. They know how serious it is to get hit. See, we don't know because we're not in the medical field. We don't know about these arteries. They know that this is the artery that you get hit in, you don't make it. That's the one that when you get shot in your chest, that's the one that kill you. So I was blessed to be here for. I know that. I had staying in the hospital for that long. Shit, you get nurses every three shifts. So all the new ones were just all of them saying it, but I give the Most High to God. He got a plan for me. He felt me when I wanted to. He felt that when I wanted to see my kids again. Make that right. That was the most important thing. So. I appreciate him just for that. If I can't say thank you for nothing else, that was most important. So he kept me here a lot longer to see them babies.
What did you get shot with?
I got shot with, it was two shooters. It was 2 niggas dumping them. I got shot with a 45 and I got shot with a 380. The 380 bullets, 380. I got shot with 380 and 4.5. 380 was like 3 times and then 4.5 was like twice. But it was one bullet that was right there by my head. If I would have never turned like this, shit, I probably wouldn't be here. The glass went deep into my, that glass was stuck into me probably like 2-3 weeks. Cause it was so deep in there, they weren't really worried about it. Like, it's gonna come out. But when I leaned, that motherfucker went right by my head. I heard the whistle. I heard that bitch whistle. Then they nicked me again, but they, you know what I'm saying? So they shot me another time. But this one was just a nick though. But yeah, I got shot at 4.5 and a 380.
Was anybody else injured?
Nah, there wasn't nobody else in the car. Thank God there wasn't nobody else in that car, bro. It was crazy because my partner was just asking me for a ride and I was asshole in blood. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, nah, nigga, you live far. I ain't taking you away to the country.
Nah, for real.
But when I got shot and I was laying out, I was like, man, thank God I ain't let that nigga get in my car. He would have died because a lot of them bullets went diagonal. They went through that back seat behind me to the passenger seat. They went like that. Because how they was coming up on me, they was shooting at an angle. It wasn't just like get up on you, shoot right in your car. It was get up on you, shoot on the, they was already shooting before they got to the car. So if you was in there, it wouldn't have been good. And then that would have been on my conscience because that was my shit that I brought you into, So I'm happy that I was just in the car. I'm thankful that I was in the car myself.
Man, there's so many things to be thankful for here. Now, one thing is that normally you're in the North Park area. Where that TJ Maxx is. This is an area that normally, again, if people know, they know, Park Lane, it's one side is this, one side is that.
Exactly.
But you're on the side to where you're on the service road to where technically things like this don't happen. It reminds me of FBG Duck in the Gold Coast. Like,
yeah, that's crazy that you said that because I put in a situation with mine too because of that same reason.
Yeah, like you in a spot that where normally, like you said, these are where the Caucasians that this normally don't go down. Do you feel like now that you could kind of play it all back in your head and like you said, you're checking your rearview mirrors now, that whoever these assailants were, they had the drop on you the whole time from the barbershop?
Man, you know what, bro? I don't know. That shit, I don't know, bro. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it's up in the air.
Yeah. Do you ever commit to like, because there's the quiet time was just you by yourself. You're thinking about it. You think about it, like.
Yeah, you think about that shit every day.
Yeah.
Like that shit don't stop. That's part of that PTSD. See what PTSD is? PTSD ain't nothing that you choose to have. It's just something that your body reacts to because of the trauma that you've been through.
Exactly.
Like I ain't like it is what it is. Like shit, I took it to the chin, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta respect the game you in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shit, hey, bro. Everybody's mama told them before they jumped out the porch, baby, ain't nothing but death and jail in them streets. So shit, we knew that. That was the introduction before signing up. We all heard that. I don't give a damn where you from. So shit, I know what it was, but that PTSD, you know what I'm saying? It just come at you just randomly, bro, and just your heart rates will go to going up. You just get nervous and shit. That ain't nothing you can control. It's like when you die, your body get to shaking and shit still because you still got trauma. It's just your body going through.
What causes you the most PTSD? Like when it comes to driving, like going through like even here coming through like an underground parking lot. Like is there certain areas that like going through tunnels or something, or just driving back through past 75? Like, is there any area that causes more so than less?
Hell no, it ain't like that. It kind of just come like, randomly. That shit ain't really just nothing that you can, nothing really triggers that. That's the thing about it. Like, shit, that shit serious. People don't be able to work for that shit because it come randomly. It ain't really nothing you can do. You can think that shit up though. Like if you just really just thinking about that situation and going through it like that, you can think that shit up to where you go to tripping. But I done had times where I be chilling and that shit you just hit a nigga, you know what I'm saying? And just be like, damn, that shit just to come like, just come get you from behind. Like, come here, boy. You gonna go to thinking about it. You go to making that boosting that heart rate up.
For those that are watching this and may not know when all this took place, can you tell them how long ago this was?
Shit, that shit was May 18th.
May 18th.
May 18th.
We are just in August right now, man. So
May 18th.
It just happened. How was the recovery for you? As far as, did they tell you like, man, you probably won't be able to? Did they warn you like, man, you probably won't be good? Like,
nah, they be sugarcoating shit. I feel.
I
feel like with me, they be sugarcoating shit. Yeah, I had like
they should though.
I had one doctor that kept it real with me because I had to go through more surgeries. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't just get shot and they had to go through additional surgery. That first surgery, I had additional surgeries after that. So shit, I wasn't guaranteed still to make it. I still had to get shit done so I could be here today. So a lot of them, I feel like, for some of them are sugar coated and some of them are just keep it raw with you. You just got to be able to handle the ones that's gonna keep it real with you. So shit, they told me that the recovery would be like 6 weeks, but hell nah, I still deal with that shit. I think it's gonna be about 9 months, 6 to 9 months, maybe close to a year before I just get to being back physically like straight, like I'm cool. But shit, that pain, yeah, still go through pain. You got bullets, I got bullets and shit in me. Got shit, rods and shit in that nigga, all that type of shit. So that shit hurt. That shit ain't going nowhere. That's the type of shit you deal with for life, for real.
Right. Who's your support system? Your old lady, your mama?
Man, this is definitely part of my support
system. Shout out G.
Hey, my nigga G Money was the only person there for me the day before I went to surgery.
Damn.
That night before I went to surgery, because that shit gets spooky. You know what I'm saying? Like, you be the toughest nigga in the world.
Yeah.
But that surgery, and I ain't even know my dog was coming. I was in that bitch just laying down. They came rolled in there for me, man. That I thank my nigga about that every day, fool, because that shit kind of helped calm me. But after I got out of surgery, my mom was on the way, but she down in age. But other than that, that was the only person that was there for me. But shout out to my support system. I love all y'all. Y'all know who y'all is. Hey, I got the best support system ever. Being shot to show you who a fuck nigga. Man, it was man, there's a lot of people I feel like wanted to see me die. There's a lot of niggas who had them look on their face like, damn, this nigga made it.
You mean like people that you didn't even know probably was on that?
People that I knew.
For real.
People that I knew.
Shit.
People that I knew. Now people wish death on me. Like, I got CMO3 got some fucked up fans. They was the most ones trolling on the internet, fool. You know what I'm saying? Then first of all, let me clear this up too. That shit ain't got nothing to do with him or nobody that's over there with him. That's some whole other shit that ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. I don't even know who shot me. You know what I'm saying? I got what do you say? I gotta go home and do some research. But for anything else, think of that, bro. No, bro. Stop it, bro. That had nothing to do with none of that.
People love a sensationalized story. Like it makes it makes a better movie.
We talk about that too. We know it'll sell, but shit, fuck all that. Earn it. Fuck you talking about? Go work for it, nigga. What you gonna give props out the next nigga shit for? Yeah. I got on this couch and told niggas I ain't had nothing to do with my 3 getting killed. I don't want that on my back because I didn't. Yeah. Man, if you were really a street nigga, and I know that shit getting watered down, but if you got certain morals and principles about yourself, you're not claiming what no other nigga did. I can't do that, bro. I'm just not that type of nigga, fool. So sometimes my expectations on me, I put it on other people. So I look at you like a lame when you do shit like that.
Yeah, I think what it was is because they put out there like light skinned dude, people just want to grab every light skinned dude that's kind of tall. It was just weird.
You know, I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about the people on the side saying they shot me.
Oh yeah,
they know what I'm talking about. Like that shit weak. I'm talking about them niggas because like you said, they made a better story for that too.
Yeah,
it's sold. Oh, they feel like, oh shit, they finally done got some get back from 03, and then they ride with it because they see it's being put out on the internet. But like, bro, that ain't the case, bro. So all the people that watching us from the rest of the world, fuck no, get out of here with that bullshit. That shit ain't happen like that.
Real life.